When you cut onions for frying, but your anus is what's crying, diarrhea. When your BM starts to dangle and it comes out at an angle, diarrhea. When you sit on grandma's lap and you spackle her with crap, diarrhea. When you feel the brown note play and your colon starts to sway, diarrhea. When there's something on your shoe and it's running number 2, diarrhea. When you hear a splashy sound and your undies have been drowned, diarrhea. When the hot sauce was delicious but your ribs are getting vicious, diarrhea. When you're listening to rap and get soaked with liquid crap, diarrhea. When you drift off and you snooze and your rear end blows a fuse, diarrhea. When you can't control your spillway and you eat your meals at Subway, diarrhea. When you eat steak and fondue and your colon makes beef stew, diarrhea. When you just drank all the wine and your butt draws a brown line, diarrhea. When it starts out as a smell and your anus starts to swell, diarrhea. When you think you've got a cold and you squirt out slimy mold, diarrhea. When you're driving your Volkswagen and your sphincter won't quit nagging, diarrhea. When you're working on your roof and your hiney makes a goof, diarrhea. When you're riding on your scooter and your butt becomes a shooter, diarrhea. When you can't restrain your poop and you make a turtle stew, diarrhea. When you feel a gentle tapping and your poo-poo is brown capping, diarrhea. When you give riding a try and a turdlet dots the eye, diarrhea. When you tried all the best browsers, then give up and crap your trousers, diarrhea. When you know you have the flu 'cause your wrinkled gasket blew, diarrhea. When you smell a pungent scent and your poop chute starts to vent, diarrhea. When you feel your anus twinge and your butt goes on a binge, diarrhea. When you lie there counting sheep and your rear end starts to seep, diarrhea.